Good afternoon. How is everybody feeling? Yeah, you all nice and filled. Met some people. So before we jump back into the second half of the conference of day one, I just wanted to take a moment to bring you back into the space, help ground you a little bit, and also follow up on the exercise that we started this morning around having you state your intention for coming to the conference. So I think it's fair for me to share my intention and start there, so I lead by example. So my intention for today, of day one of this conference, was to come in and actively listen. In my everyday life, I do a lot of explaining to people. I do a lot of processes. I'm always talking to people, walking them through things, helping them to see the bigger picture. And today I had an opportunity to sit at a table and not say much and just listen. And I learned so much. So that was my intention, was to come in, learn, and become a student over and over again at every table and group that I spoke with. So as we look at intentions, it's really important for us to understand the difference between an intention and setting an intention, and then also setting a goal, because sometimes they're oftentimes confused. And people have them mixed up, right? While they're both somewhat linked and related, goals are actionable things that you're working on. Intentions are the feelings and emotions behind or underneath the surface of why you're stating that goal. So it's important for us to talk about that, just so that you can revisit the intention that you stated earlier and make revisions to it, keep it, modify it. It's yours. Hopefully, you found some time to actually share it with someone. So we'll take 2 minutes right now for you to look to the person to your left or to the right and share with them your intention. And we'll come right back and I'll take you through some exercises. Sounds good? All right. All right, so before we jump into some special exercises, if anyone in the crowd that you guys are comfortable sharing, and look to the person to your left and make sure that they're comfortable with you sharing, but shout out one thing that you learned from the person that you spoke to just now. Get their consent, of course, and then you can shout that out. To show up vulnerably. I love that. Thank you. To have an open heart. Love that. One more. Powerful stuff. All right, so I love that you guys took the opportunity to disconnect for a little bit from all of the programming and actually talk to the person to your left and to your right. This is why we're all here, right? We're all here to learn from each other, and it's a beautiful thing when you can do that in such an open and free, fluid space. So as I move into some exercises, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the exercises are, and indulge me here. It may feel a little bit weird, but open mind, open heart, and just see where it takes you. Okay. So what I'm going to take you through is called a PQ rep. It stands for Positive Intelligence Quotient. So it's something that was created to actually help you to move from negative thoughts in your mind into positive thoughts. So if you are dealing with a lot of judgment things, or your inner critic, where your inner critic may tell you things like you're not good enough, or I'm losing focus in this, or I am, easily annoyed, or you feel yourself getting to a point where you're getting triggered. These are little things that you can do to bring your consciousness back into a positive space. So if you can put your 2 feet flat on the ground for me, just so that you're grounded. If you feel so inclined, take them shoes off, wiggle your toes. Yes, all right. And if you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes, sit back in your seat. You almost want to feel a heaviness in your seat. That tells you that you are slowly becoming anchored in that chair that you're in. And what I want you to do is to take your thumb and your index finger, and I want you to rub them together with such an intensity that you can feel the ridges on each of those fingers. You're almost trying to figure out your fingerprint while you're doing this. And you want to do this for about 15 seconds. And this is a PQ rep that's directly linked to your sense of touch. So when you're feeling triggered or when you're feeling like you're losing focus, this is something very simple that you can do to bring your attention right back to where you want it to be. So go ahead and do that. Yeah. From there, I want you to take both of your hands and put them together. And I want you to take your fingers and rub them upon each other very gently, but you want to use your fingertips, and you're looking for the sensation that comes from doing that. It's totally okay if your mind starts to wander. That's one of the things that PQ reps were designed for, is to bring you back into focus. So if you find that your mind is wandering, just bring it back to the sensation that you're feeling in your hands. Again, we're going to do this for about 15 seconds. And really try to slow it down, because you may feel an inkling to go a lot faster. You really want to pay close attention to all of the feelings that you feel from the top of your fingers all the way to the base of your hand. So our third PQ rep, you're going to take your hand, whichever one you're more comfortable with, and you're going to place it over your heart. And you want to put a little bit of tension on there so that you can feel your heartbeat. And just take a moment to connect with that. Is it beating fast? Is it beating slow? Pay close attention to the breathing that you're doing as well while you're paying attention to your heartbeat. If you're a little bit quicker on the heartbeat, this is an opportunity for you to pay close attention to your breath so that you can slow your heart rate down. All right, and we're going to come back into the present in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just like that, you're reset and ready for the rest of your second half of the first day of your conference. It was a pleasure being here. Gentle reminder for you guys to check out the melaninminds.org website. Again, that's melaninminds.org. We welcome you to follow our newsletter as well, so that you can stay in touch with all of the amazing things that we have going on in Houston and Austin and other places that we'll be visiting as well. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, and I look forward to connecting with all of you before the evening is over. All right, bye-bye.